When if you ask the people, what really impacts them the most, typically what they have always said would be food and gas. But now they're talking about things like energy or insurance.
Thousands of Virginians saw a higher January energy bill after an unusually cold start to the year. Now, questions are being raised about what Governor Abigail Spanberger is doing to help. I asked her last week.
So as governor, and I worked with the General Assembly to have priority bills focused on lowering costs in energy. Those bills so far have been moving through the General Assembly.
But CBS 6's political analyst, Dr. Bob Halsworth, says it's going to take time to see any real drop in costs. One bill Spanberger is referring to creates a plan to help qualified families weatherize their homes by 2034.
Those are folks who basically are living in, for the most part, older homes, maybe people with lower incomes as well.
Another bill aims to make it easier for homeowners to install solar panels and get localities on board to support solar energy. However, Halsworth says the bill that could have the quickest impact is one Senator Luis Lucas and Dominion put together.
The biggest bill right now, however, is one that would actually reduce residential costs next year. At the same time, it would increase the cost and the rate that data centers are going to play fairly substantially. So we're going to have to see what happens to that bill. But it's the one bill that really next year would actually reduce costs for residents.
But Halsworth says the broader issue facing the Commonwealth is we simply don't have enough of energy.
So if the Dominion has to buy power from other states at higher rates, that makes it difficult. And that is what in many ways is the big challenge going forward. How is Virginia not just going to have rates that are affordable, but how are we going to have enough energy as well?
Another proposal would increase Virginia's investment in energy storage technology. However, the cost of building the battery storage facilities will ultimately fall on taxpayers' utility bills as a rider.
They're expensive, and it's not necessarily the case that all of that will result in lower costs for any individual in the near term.
For CBS 6, I'm Taylor Locke.